Hello, and welcome to another episode of Eat In with Adam and John. I'm John. Today we're going to be making a vegetable samosa. Basically, it's some nutritious vegetables sautéed in a pastry, floury pocket, deep fried. We're going to use 3 red potatoes. This is approximately the amount of red potatoes, or the amount of potatoes that you want. You might use a little bit more, or 2 potatoes. It's kind of hard to judge how big a potato is when you're trying to, if a recipe says 1 potato, does they mean a huge Idaho russet potato, or the little white potatoes, or whatnot. But we're gonna start by cubing these up. I like to use skins and all. Let's go ahead and add some vegetable oil and sort of start these warming up. We're not, we are thoroughly cooking them, but we're not going to cook them to the extreme, if that makes sense. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. So we're going to go ahead and put this on a medium and just sort of spread the oil around to get them covered and let them start warming up. Next we'll go ahead and prepare 1 carrot. We're also going to attempt to dice this up a little bit here. Next we're going to add some garlic. We're going to add 2 cloves of garlic. This may come as a surprise to you, but these we are also going to chop up into small pieces. Let's add some onion. We're going to add about half this onion. So we had 1 sort of medium or small carrot, 3 small potatoes or 2 medium potatoes, and we're going to add 1/2 of a medium onion, I guess. Next we're going to try and grind up some spices. We'll do a 1/4 teaspoon of ground red pepper. It's already ground, so we don't need to. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of fennel, give or take. We're going to do a full teaspoon of fenugreek. And we're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. Now if you want, you can just add these directly, but I like to use mortar and pestle to try and get the spices kind of more ground up. It brings out the flavor a little bit, and if you're using less spice, it means that you'll have more spice flavor throughout the mixture. So here we have our spice mixture. I'm going to go ahead and add that in, and we're going to add 1 cup of frozen peas. Our vegetable filling has now been thoroughly cooked, or sautéed in a light amount of oil. In order to make the dough, you're going to need to start with 2 cups of flour. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We're also going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt and 80 milliliters of warm water. It's about 1 cup, give or take. So if you use 1 cup, you're not really going to go too far off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start rolling this up into sort of a dough. And then we're going to start kneading it out on a clean, flat surface. So make sure to add water or flour to get it into a malleable consistency. Again, your technique is gonna change the more experienced you become with this. Now that I've managed to roll out the dough pretty thin, I think we're ready to make our first samosa. One thing to keep in mind is that this did seem a little more arduous than I was expecting. So you can, if you'd like to alter the recipe, instead of making your own dough, you can actually buy dough in the grocery. So what we've done is we've added some vegetable oil to a pan here, and we're bringing it up to a high temperature. Remember, the key to deep frying is a high temperature. Take a teaspoon of the vegetable, more or less. Depending on the size of your triangle, obviously. And then you're going to fold it up into a pyramid form. And you're going to drop that into your boiling oil. And you're going to want to fry it till it's sort of that golden brown fry color of goodness. So we've deep fried our samosa pocket, and we're just going to set it up here to cool off. And when we're done with that, we can put it on a plate, serve it with a bit of chutney, and there's your deep fried samosa pocket, pastry pocket. I hope you had a good time watching another episode of Eating with Adam and John, and happy cooking.